Hermitcraft Infinity. Welcome back to Hermitcraft Infinity. Alright. Well, I've spent a good bunch of time working on this thing, tearing it down and rebuilding it, and trying various and sundry different things as ways to get it to work and do what I want it to. And I think I finally got it managed. I tried using Steve's Factory Manager. You know, the issue with the molten iron, it gets to the bottom, and then the emerald is just going to pile up in here until it gets routed back to the top so that the emerald can be on the bottom. Well, I finally managed to do it. I've got a export bus here, item filter with molten iron, and it pipes it around and puts it into this other drain over here. And that works. It took a little bit of experimentation to figure out how much iron had to be in there, because that thing's holding 600 millibuckets, and over here there's 1 ingot and 7 nuggets. 1 ingot, 7 nuggets, and 8 millibuckets, and so on. But that appears to be just enough so that this thing can pull all the iron, and then whatever emerald is in there will go to the bottom, and it will get cycled out through here. And yes, I did change this the gem cast out for a block, for a basin, to just cast it by the block, and that works. And so everything seems to be working. And I also figured out that these transfer nodes can be turned off by applying a redstone signal. So I've got a lever here, some red alloy wire coming over here to this block to turn this one off, and to this block for turning that one off. So I can shut the whole thing down with one lever. And I want to expand that functionality a little bit. And take it upstairs. Let's get some light in here. Okay. Was not the best positioning. That's okay. Alright, now what I want to do is take a redstone, is be able to run a redstone signal over here to this thing. Because applying a redstone signal will turn it off. And that's a whole lot better than having to come up here and pull the safari net out. So let's see, I've got some of this insulated redstone conduit. Let's see. Go ahead and dig up here a little bit. Can't dig any higher, I'll break through the surface. And I was going to route it out that way, and I figured, you know, it'd be better to come around this way. Okay, so redstone conduit here and here and here. And just run it out this way. Yeah. Break it through there. And we'll just take it down here. Yeah. Alright, run that down there. Okay, that's all hooked up. And let's wrench this thing. And redstone signal, strong signal. Just in, out, I guess. Yeah. Okay. this way. Okay, now yeah, alright. There it is. Okay. So, at an effort to conceal it a little bit, run it like that. Now, let's see. Okay, what direction am I facing? East. Okay, east. In and out, strong signal. Okay, perfect. All right, that runs the signal up there, and that should serve to turn this thing off. So if I go ahead and put this, yeah, the idle timer is stopped. So I can go ahead and put that back in here. And yeah, I've got some stone here. Let's go ahead and cover this stuff up. All right, great. And I can go ahead and cover that. I didn't need to have that one open. And now, let's see. I was making up some conduit facades. There we go. Conduit facades that look like stone. Oh, that way. Yeah, there we are. Perfect. There. You never know it was there. Now, turning the lever off should start the spawning going. Yes, it's working. All right, great. So I can go ahead and fix the holes I made in this place. All right, great. Okay, we have liquefied emerald. Iron is cycling. And the emerald is coming in here. And I am picking up these gold coins. Let me take this magnet ring off. As I think I'm going to have to do something about these gold coins that these guys occasionally drop. Or maybe it's just the Thaumcraft villager that's dropping them, but I'm betting you they're going to end up in there. But I don't see it happening there either, so maybe not. All right. Okay, let's see. Do I have another lever? All right. Pop this down here. Oh, the coins did end up in there, and they're melting, which means I'm going to have another extraction over here or somewhere to automatically pull the gold, because that's going to keep happening. So I tell you what, I'm going to get another basin and another transfer node and a filter, and let's see. Yeah, let's do that. That is not what I'm looking for. I don't have any in here. Casting basin. There we go. Transfer node for items. I need liquid. Transfer node for liquids. Okay. And a bit of pipe. A bucket. Alright. First thing I need is to put this bucket down here. And I'm going to throw a few more. I'm going to throw a few more of those gold coins in there. Let them melt down, and then get a filter made up so that I can filter gold. Okay, this thing is finally melted. Flip the gold down to the bottom. Get a bucket of molten gold. Apparently that wasn't enough. Well, nuts. Alright, I'll be back when I have enough. Alright, got my gold bucket. Okay. Item filter. Set that thing to filter gold. Now, let's see. I still have a basin here? Yes, good. Take that out, put a drain there. Liquid transfer node with the gold filter. Well, doggone it. It's getting everything in it except what I want. Okay, that's getting annoying. I can't put them, the right filter in. Yeah, there you go. Alright. Now, because the iron the last of that got brought out, I'm going to put a few ingots of iron in there, let them melt down, and then do what I did before. Put this ingot cast in here and remove the iron one ingot at a time until the thing starts to cycle the way it needs to. And yeah, go ahead and turn the villagers and stuff back on too. Okay, I'll be back when that is melted. Alright, that's just about ready to call itself melted. There we go. Now, I flipped the lever on. Oh, wait a minute. I had another one here. Turn that one off. Why did I close that up? I like being able to get up there and check on things to see what all's going on. Idle is still frozen. Okay, what the heck is going on here? Get rid of that completely. Get this thing back to the way it was when it was working. Okay. That's pulling emerald. This is pulling gold. Let's go ahead and pipe here and here. Need an item transfer. Oh, if I could only learn to type. That would be a really neat skill to have. There. That pulling the emerald, this is pulling the gold, it's all going in there. Great. Now I just have to figure out why the villagers are not spawning. What incarnation is going on here? In and out strong signal. And this one here is redstone, in and out strong signal. Okay, well. Alright, let's turn off the strong signal. Maybe that's it. It's idle. Why are you idle? Are you just lazy, or are you trying to troll me? Okay, on the south side, here, disabled. All right, let's look at the redstone pipe only. Oh, okay, I see it. That was connecting to the up. Disable that. And let's just take this and run it this way. Oh, for crying out loud. It's idle again. This thing's getting a signal somewhere that's screwing it up. All right, well. Let's just up, disabled, okay. Up, disabled. Up, disabled. And up, disabled. All right. How's that doing it? We are still idle. I hate it when machines try to troll me like this. Alright, I'm going to do some diagnostic and be back. Okay, I found it. The switch was turned on. Okay, so we got our villagers showing up again. All I need to do now is pull the iron out one ingot at a time until this routine starts to work again, and I think that was all it needed. That's good. Let's see what happens when the emerald comes out. Okay, the iron is cycling like it was. Great. Now the gold coins. I'll go ahead and throw those in there on purpose. And that'll get dropped in there. And keep things working. It's interesting how the gold coins will sit there and then eventually they'll become part of what's going in there in the melting. It's like that one can't decide whether it's actually there or not. Okay, this seems to be working now. And we're slowly getting an increase in how much gold is in here. And we're collecting liquid emerald. Great. I think this thing is finally working the way I want it to. How about that? Alright. I'm going to keep an eye on this for a little bit just to make sure, but I think it's pretty much done and I can go ahead and close up that hole in the wall. Alright, everything looks to be working good, with one little exception. Apparently my putting a smeltery drain here messed up the lava thing, so let's see. I got another smeltery tank. Seared tank. Well, here's one that's got lava in it. Alright. That will do just nicely. Well, I'm figuring I probably don't need this drain in the basin anymore. So take that out. Put that back in. Okay, we're good there. And let's check the east and west on this pipe. East, extract always active. Okay, west. Insert. And north is disabled. Interesting. Well, here's another one. So let's pop this in. I'm not seeing any more going here. Yeah, that's set right. Alright, let's try another tack here. Let's just get ugly about it. Okay. This one is insert. This one is insert. And then we'll just whack that to make the connection. And it looks like we have... Oh, we had a burst of lava coming in. What is that doing in there? Alright, I'm going to watch it for a while to make sure it's working right, because it doesn't look like it's quite. Alright, the lava thing was not refilling. I tried moving it over here and taking the pipe off of this side, and that doesn't seem to be doing any good. So now I got a liquid transfer node here. That's items. I want it liquid. I know I had a liquid. There we go. I'll just pop this on there and have it feed straight into that. It's still not going up. Turn that back on. Is it making any difference? Everything in here is cycling like it needs to. That's transferring lava. I guess I'm going to have to wait a while. See, it's using lava every time it melts something. But I don't see any more coming in. More and more peculiar. Okay, here it comes. I think I figured it out. Once the fuel gets down to 0, another load of 4 buckets goes into that tank. But it won't put any more in until what's in there is gone. No, apparently that's not the case. Alright, I'm not sure at all why, but additional lava is not getting pumped into that thing. So I think I'm going to try a different angle, because I do want these coins to be dealt with in some way or another, because if not, then after this buffer area gets full, then they're just going to start piling up out there, and that represents a problem in terms of a whole crap load of loose items floating about. So I am going to put down a vacuum hopper right there. And let's see, item output here, and we'll just throw down some transfer pipe. Now will that take care of it? No telling. It's possible that vacuum hoppers don't talk to this particular piece of pipe. It looks connected, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Alright. Let's just get out some item conduit. And I'll run it that way. In fact, we'll pipe it out this way, just to make sure it doesn't interfere with the other piping. Okay, we'll make this one insert. And I don't see anything extracting out of that. Alright, we'll wrench this one. Extract. Oh, active always. How about that? That's pulling it out, throwing it into the chest. So it either gets melted or it gets thrown into the chest. Either way is fine. This system appears to continue functioning as long as there's molten iron. It doesn't need to remelt any. And the molten iron is what's taking care of the villagers. So I should have no problem if I turn it off. The cycle will just stop. The last few villagers that are in there will die off. And everything's good. And then turn the cycle back on. The iron cycles, the molten emerald gets pulled, and then the iron is just cycling over and over again, waiting for more villagers to land in it. And any future coins that show up will get sucked out by the vacuum hopper. It's ugly, I admit, but I don't care. That's the thing about me. I don't care what it looks like. Does it work? That's what's important to me. You know, you talk about what constitutes a beautiful build, a build that works. That is the thing of beauty. What it actually looks like is almost completely irrelevant. And now all of a sudden it's full of fuel again. It's refueled itself. When I had pretty much given up on it doing that. Okay, somebody explained to me how smeltery tanks work, because obviously I don't have a clue. One minute it does work, another minute it does. One minute it's working, then it doesn't work, and then it does work, with no change. I mean, I haven't changed this. I haven't touched this since I put it like that. And it wasn't refueling, and now all of a sudden it is. Weird. But at the very least, it's working. Fully automatic, and now it has an off switch. And it's handling anything that comes out there in addition to the villagers. Let's get some light back in here. I need to get a bunch of either some lamps made or some nitro or something so I can pull these torches out of here. But in the meantime, this thing is solved, at least until it stops working again. Alright, I did just try one more thing here. The first thing I did was I come along here to this, and I changed this redstone line here to go over here to a separate switch. That way I can turn the iron cycling off and leave the villagers still on, or vice versa if I choose to. And the first thing I noticed was that this thing can hold a lot of liquefied emerald. Like 40 buckets of liquefied emerald. Yeah, a lot. So if I go ahead and turn this on, the iron cycles and bang, all that emerald stuff is going. And we're getting block after block of emerald here. Yeah, that's great. But what I noticed was that when we leave the villagers on, it was just, you know, they're swimming in this stuff, and it was just crazy. I was wondering how much of it would accumulate, and it got to 40.25 before it actually stopped accumulating emerald. And that was crazy. And meanwhile, the lava refueling seems to continue working just great. So, everything's working fine. We have villagers swimming in emerald. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here.